Resources warns that in the future, Maryland should expect higher temperatures, more intense precipitation in the fall and winter, and increase in droughts in the summer. The eastern shore will be especially likely to have to deal with flooding, sea level rise, and drought. This also means there will be more pests and diseases that will damage crops. That will probably be a big problem for farmers in the future. It will become more and more difficult for them to grow crops such as corn and soybeans that our poultry industry depends on. It will also be more difficult for farmers to make a profit.
Too much sunlight, heat, and no vitamins from water can cause a plant's death. Salt water can stunt and kill crops, but using fresh water is a bad practice for farmers and can cost a lot of money. More salt water can change the chemistry of our soil, and plants are very sensitive to air, soil, and water changes. Some plants will be simply unable to adapt and will soon disappear from our shoreline.
But there is something that could be done to mitigate the problem. Ocean farming gives the farmers who are doing it. It can be a profitable business, and the population is expected to rise to 9 billion by 2050. There will be more food to feed all of the extra people. Also, it has been predicted that corn, soybean, and wheat harvests could decrease from 22 to 49%, and ocean farming is very beneficial towards the environment.
And that's when ocean farming comes in. We can farm crops, animals, and other aquatic organisms in the ocean without worrying about droughts and floods. Plus, it can save energy, time, and money because you don't even have to worry about adding water, fertilizing the soil, and so on. You can just leave the job for the ocean and sun to do.
The meaning of the word mitigate means the elimination or reduction of the frequency, magnitude, or severity of exposure to risks, or minimization of the potential impact of a threat or warning. But after I learned about ocean farming and how it can help us for a better future, I can now tell you a lot about how ocean farming can help us mitigate the effects of climate change. Ocean farming can reduce the carbon dioxide from the air as the kelp and seaweed use the carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Seaweed and kelp are one of the fastest growing plants in the world, and they gobble up the greenhouse gases 5 times faster than land-based plants. By drawing carbon dioxide out of the ocean, they can minimize the severity of the risks associated with climate change. Excess carbon dioxide can also make the seawater acidic. Because kelp and seaweed absorb the carbon dioxide, they make the water less acidic and make it easier for shellfish to grow. Shellfish like oysters, mussels, and scallops also absorb carbon and therefore help sequester carbon dioxide. Another greenhouse gas that is nearly 300 times as more potent as carbon dioxide is a form of nitrogen. According to the journal Nature, it is the second worst in terms of having already exceeded a maximum planetary boundary. Shellfish like oysters not only sequester carbon dioxide, they are talented in filtering nitrogen out of the water. A recent study done by Roger Newell of the University of Maryland shows that a healthy oyster habitat can reduce total added nitrogen by up to 20%. Kelp also has a strong desire to get rid of nitrogen. Not only does ocean farming remove the greenhouse gases, it can also be used as an alternative energy source. Studies at the University of the South Pacific show that if 9% of the ocean were to be covered in seaweed farms, the farmed seaweed could produce 12 gigatons per year of biodigested methane, which could be burned as a substitute for natural gas. The seaweed growth would trap 19 gigatons of carbon dioxide, This means 34 gigatons per year of carbon dioxide could be removed from the atmosphere. These are different ways by which ocean farming can mitigate climate change. Will help us spread the word about climate change and how to solve it.
Please tell others about the positive effects that ocean farming has on the environment and the community.